Have you ever looked at someone and thought, why do good things always seem to happen to them? They land the right job. The money flows in. Love finds them. Meanwhile, you're working just as hard, if not harder, but the results feel stuck, out of reach, or like they vanish just when you're getting close. That's not coincidence. And no, it's not always privilege, fate, or being born under lucky stars. Here's the truth no one told us growing up. Luck isn't random. It's rhythmic. It flows toward people who are aligned, who know how to tune their thoughts, intentions, and energy with the flow of life. And that's exactly what this video is about. We're diving deep into 6 sacred numbers, not to feed superstition, but to unlock your awareness. Each number holds a mirror to your mindset, your habits, and the inner shifts that could transform everything by Friday, March 28, 2025. This isn't about winning the lottery. It's about finally feeling like your life is moving forward again, with purpose, clarity, and quiet power. Because the real conflict isn't bad luck. It's living disconnected from your own potential. But once you align, opportunities, peace, even prosperity, they stop running and start arriving. Before we begin, do this to lock in your transformation. Give this video a like if you're ready to shift into clarity. Subscribe and turn on the bell icon so you never miss a moment of wisdom and practical magic. And here's a small but powerful challenge to start right now. Comment below. I welcome growth and harmony into my life. Just by doing that, you're not only joining a powerful community, you're also sending a signal to your subconscious that you're ready for change. Real, lasting, spiritual change. 1. Number 38, the power of purposeful energy. At first glance, 38 looks like just another number, one you'd scroll past without a second thought. But if you stop and lean in, you'll discover something powerful hidden within its simplicity. Because 38 isn't just a combination of digits, it's a coded message from the universe. In Buddhist philosophy, 3 represents the 3 karmic gateways: body, speech, and mind. These are the core ways through which we interact with the world, and more importantly, shape our reality. Every action we take, every word we speak, and every thought we hold carries energy and intention. Now, pair that with the number 8, the symbol of infinity, of flow, of never-ending abundance, both spiritual and material. Together, 38 becomes more than a number. It becomes a mantra for transformation. When your body, speech, and mind are in harmony, abundance flows without resistance. But let me be clear, 38 is not about luck falling from the sky. It's not about hoping and waiting. It's about consistent, focused, intentional living. Let me tell you about Dung, a quiet, humble man I met years ago. He was in his late 50s, a retired mechanic living off a modest pension. Life had been hard, filled with broken machines, broken expectations, and not much left over. But Dung didn't quit on life. Every morning he started doing something different. He'd sit with his tea, open a worn-out notebook, and write down 3 clear goals for the day. Under each, he listed 8 tiny steps. No fluff, no dreaming, just action. Things like organize toolbox, call former customer, check prices for parts. He called it his 38 ritual. He didn't know anything about numerology or philosophy. He just followed his gut. 6 months later, his phone wouldn't stop ringing. People trusted him. His small mobile repair service, run entirely from the back of a second-hand van, was booked out every week. No marketing, no social media, just clarity, action, and alignment. The exact energy of 38. Practice tip. Make 38 your daily focus. Here's how you can activate the same power. Each morning, repeat. Today I align my thoughts, words, and actions toward a single vision. Write 3 meaningful goals. Not vague ideas, real, tangible intentions. Under each, break down 8 micro-steps, tiny, doable actions. Send the email, make the call, clean the desk, meditate, and then take action. Today, not tomorrow. 38. Isn't magic, it's momentum. Let it guide your energy, and over time, you'll realize the luck you've been waiting for was always waiting on you. 2. Number 35. Freedom through inner revolution. There are moments in life when we don't just need a change. We need a transformation. Not just switching jobs, not just moving cities, but a deep shift in how we see ourselves, how we treat our wounds, and how we show up in the world. That's what number 35 is about. On the surface, it may look simple, but the symbolism behind it is profound. The 3 again represents our mind, body, and speech, the 3 doors through which our karma flows. These are the ways we shape reality, what we think, what we say, what we do. But then comes the 5, the number of transformation and freedom in many spiritual traditions, especially in Buddhism. Think of the 5 precepts. No killing, no stealing, no lying, no intoxication, and no sexual misconduct. These aren't rules to control. They're tools for liberation. They represent discipline with a purpose. So when we bring 3 and 5 together in 35, the message becomes clear. True freedom doesn't come from doing whatever you want. It comes from aligning your life with truth, growth, and responsibility. Let me tell you about Sarah, a 60-year-old widow. After her husband passed away, she felt like her world had collapsed. The mornings were the hardest. The house was too quiet. Her hands had nothing to hold. One morning, without thinking too much, she stepped out to her rooftop and started planting herbs. At first, it was just something to keep her moving. Rosemary, mint, lemongrass. But something magical began to happen. Friends dropped by and loved the freshness. Neighbors asked if they could buy a little. One suggested packaging dried herbs as tea. Without even trying, a small rooftop garden became her purpose. She didn't chase money. She chased healing, and prosperity followed. That's the energy of 35. It whispers, transform your pain into purpose, and the world responds. Practice tip. Activate your 35. Here's how to work with the energy of 35 in your own life. Every morning, take 3 slow, intentional breaths. With each inhale, repeat the number 35, 35, 35. Let it ground you. Write down 3 soul-level desires. Not what you should want, not what others expect, what you deeply long for. Healing, clarity, a new chapter? For each desire, list 5 bold, meaningful actions you can take today. Not someday, today. Even if it's just making one honest phone call, starting a journal, throwing away something that weighs you down. This is your inner revolution. It doesn't have to be dramatic, but it does have to be honest. Number 35 reminds us that evolution doesn't begin when life gets easier. It begins the moment we decide to live with intention, to grow through what we go through, and to take radical ownership of our journey. Let today be that day. 3. Number 55, the double awakening. This one isn't subtle. It doesn't whisper. It shakes you. When 55 shows up, it's like the universe is standing at your front door, knocking twice, firmly, loudly, and asking, are you finally ready to change? In both numerology and spiritual traditions, the number 5 represents transformation through disruption, the kind that breaks patterns and shakes up your comfort zone. So when it's repeated, 55, the energy doubles, and so does the challenge. But also, the reward. Personal reflection. My 55 moment. I remember my own 55 moment vividly. On the outside, I had what many would call success. A stable job, good pay, recognition. But inside, I felt empty, like I was showing up to someone else's life every day. One morning, after weeks of ignoring the nudge in my gut, I quit. No grand plan, just a quiet knowing. This life is not mine anymore. Over the next 55 days, something unexpected happened. I didn't fall apart. I woke up. I reconnected with the things I'd once loved: writing, community, nature. I built new routines. I started freelancing. I didn't become rich overnight, but I felt alive for the first time in years. That's the essence of 55. It's not about control. It's about courage. I once heard of a man in Canada, a former gambler who had hit rock bottom. No money, no trust. His family was on the verge of leaving him. One night, after overhearing a monk talk about the number 55 during a Dharma talk, something clicked. He wrote 55 on a tiny scrap of paper and placed it under his pillow. Every morning, he'd ask, "What can I change today?" He started small. He told the truth for the first time in years. Then he stopped gambling, cold turkey. Next, he applied for a delivery job. A humble start, but it gave him momentum. It gave him something more valuable than cash, self-respect. One decision led to another. One ripple turned into a wave, and eventually, the tide of his life turned. Practice tip: make 55 your inner wake-up call. If you're reading this, 55 might be showing up in your life for a reason. Here's how to work with its energy. Before bed, whisper 55 to yourself as a soft mantra. Let it sink into your subconscious like a seed. Write down 5 things you're grateful for. Gratitude grounds you. It softens fear and opens the heart. Then write 5 things you are committed to changing. Be honest. Be bold. Even if they're hard. Especially if they're hard. The next day, carry this with you. Whenever you face resistance or fear, think, double courage. Not just enough to try, enough to keep going. 55 is not gentle energy. It doesn't show up to comfort you. It shows up to liberate you from stagnation, self-doubt, and cycles that keep you stuck. Answer the knock. Step into the discomfort, because that's where your life begins again. 4. Number 27, the silent power within. There's a certain kind of strength that doesn't shout. It doesn't post on social media. It doesn't chase applause. It just is. Steady, quiet, and deeply rooted. That's the energy of 27. The number 2 symbolizes balance between doing and being, between effort and surrender. The number 7 is a symbol of inner wisdom, reflection, and spiritual awakening. Together, 27 gently whispers, "There is power in quiet preparation." And in a world addicted to instant results and noisy success, 27 invites you to slow down, not to fall behind, but to build something lasting from the inside out. Not all breakthroughs come with fireworks. Some happen in the dark, in silence, like roots growing beneath frozen ground. By the time they surface, the work is already done. True transformation isn't loud. It's consistent, intentional, and almost invisible, until it changes everything. Let me tell you about Franz, an elderly Swiss man I met during a visit to Geneva. He used to work for a luxury watch brand, but now, retired, He repairs vintage timepieces in his quiet attic workshop. No advertising, no website, no rush. He takes on one watch at a time, just one. When I asked him why, he said, "Precision doesn't happen in a hurry. If I rush, I break the very thing I'm trying to preserve." His days are quiet, repetitive, focused, but you can feel it. He's at peace. People fly in from all over Europe just to have him fix their heirlooms. Franz is the embodiment of 27. Not chasing recognition, not seeking speed, just aligning effort with purpose, one quiet moment at a time. Practice tip: align with 27. To activate the silent power of 27 in your life, try this. Start your morning in stillness. Don't grab your phone. Don't open your inbox. Instead, close your eyes and visualize the number 27, glowing in warm golden light around you, like a soft shield of calm focus. Choose one goal only for the day. Not 5, not even 2. Just one thing that truly matters. Write down 7 simple steps you can take to move toward it. They don't have to be grand. It could be send an email, drink water, outline an idea, take a walk to clear your mind. Don't aim to finish the whole goal. Just make soulful progress with presence, not pressure. The number 27 reminds us, you don't need to prove anything. You just need to prepare quietly, act mindfully, and trust deeply. And when the world rushes past you, remember, the most unshakable trees are the ones that took the longest to grow their roots. 5. Number 24, from dream to reality. Some numbers whisper softly. Others walk straight up to you, look you in the eye and say, "Enough dreaming, it's time to build." That's what number 24 does. The number 2 symbolizes cooperation and patience, the energy of harmony, duality, and inner balance. The number 4 brings structure, stability, and action, the grounded force that turns vision into form. When combined, 24 carries a powerful message. Dreams need roots. Action makes them real. It reminds us that desire alone isn't enough. You can visualize your future all day, repeat mantras, light incense, meditate for hours. But without action, you're not manifesting, you're stalling. Buddhism isn't about passive spirituality. It's about engaged awareness, showing up fully to your life, one step at a time. Practical take. Most people have dreams. Some even make plans. But very few act consistently, and that's where transformation either takes flight or fades away. What makes 24 so grounding is its simplicity. It doesn't ask you to leap into the unknown. It asks, what 2 things do I need to stay rooted in? What 4 actions can I take today, not next week, to move forward? The answers are often already inside you. You just need to sit still long enough to hear them. Let me tell you about Sophie, a friend of mine in Lyon, France. A few years ago, Sophie hit rock bottom, emotionally, physically, financially. She'd left an abusive relationship, her business had collapsed, and she was living with her aunt, feeling like she had failed at life. One morning, she wrote 24 on her bathroom mirror. Not because she believed in magic, but because she was desperate for structure. Every day, she stood in front of that mirror and asked herself, what are 2 things I need to keep steady today? Her answers were often, eat well, rest early. Then she'd write down 4 actions, even small ones. Apply for a job, go for a 20-minute walk, call her therapist, organize the kitchen. She did this every day for 6 months. By the end, she didn't just rebuild her home, her health, and her income. She rebuilt her self-worth, the true foundation of any dream. Practice tip: anchor into 24. Here's how to use the grounded wisdom of 24 in your own life. Write down 3 dreams you've been putting off, maybe ones you've even buried. Write without judgment, just honesty. For each dream, list 2 supportive habits to stay grounded, 4 real-life actions you can take this week. Say 24 whenever you feel the urge to procrastinate. Let it serve as a grounding mantra. I act, I anchor, I rise. The truth is, your future isn't waiting on inspiration. It's waiting on implementation. And 24 is the number that reminds you. Big dreams don't need big leaps. They just need small, rooted actions, repeated with quiet courage. 6. Number 11, the spiritual gateway. And now we arrive at the final number on this sacred path. 11. Unlike the others, this one doesn't just point to change. It signals a spiritual awakening, a doorway, a whisper from the universe saying, you are ready to walk in alignment with something greater. In numerology, 11 is what's known as a master number, a symbol of intuition, insight, and higher consciousness. Where a single 1 represents individual willpower and initiative, the double ones reflect the bridge between self and spirit. It's not about ego-driven action. It's about divine co-creation. When you embody the energy of 11, you're no longer just living. You're listening. Deep insight, the vibration of alignment. Have you ever had a day where everything just flowed? You caught every green light. A stranger paid you a compliment you didn't know you needed. An email arrived with unexpected good news. Money showed up. Or an idea clicked into place so perfectly, it gave you chills. That's not luck. That's resonance. It's your inner frequency aligning with the rhythm of the universe. The number 11 carries that vibration, the reminder that life doesn't reward what we want. It reflects who we are being. Years ago, I visited a temple in Lucca, Italy, tucked in the hills of Tuscany. There I met a quiet monk named Gianni, a former architect who had walked away from his entire life in search of peace. He once told me something I'll never forget. The world doesn't give you what you want. It gives you what you are aligned with. I asked him what he meant, and he said, if you think in fear, speak in doubt, and act in hesitation, life will echo it back. But if you breathe in peace, speak with truth, and act with clarity, the world softens around you. It begins to open. That, my friend, is the power of 11. Practice tip. Embody the energy of 11. Want to activate the gateway of 11 in your own life? Here's how. Each morning, sit in stillness, even if just for 3 minutes. Breathe in and repeat slowly. 11, 11, 11. Visualize a beam of white light entering through the top of your head, filling your body with clarity and calm. Open your journal and write this prompt. What would I do today if I truly believed the universe had my back? Don't overthink it. Let your intuition answer. At 11:11 a.m., pause whatever you're doing. Take a single conscious breath, smile gently, and remind yourself, I am walking in alignment. I trust the path unfolding. You'll be amazed how quickly your energy begins to shift. The number 11 isn't a wish or a superstition. It's a mirror, reflecting your readiness to live from your highest truth. It asks, are you ready to stop chasing life and start flowing with it? Because once you do, the guidance, the support, and the abundance, it all begins to meet you halfway. Chapter 7. How to use these numbers, your daily anchors. Let's be clear. These 6 numbers aren't magic. They won't bring you riches overnight or solve your problems by themselves. But they can become powerful mirrors, helping you tune into the life you truly want to create. Each number holds a different vibration, a specific energy that speaks to clarity, transformation, discipline, or purpose. Used with intention, they can guide your thoughts, shift your focus, and quietly reshape your reality from the inside out. These numbers are not predictions. They are invitations. Here are simple, mindful ways to work with them in your daily life. Write them down on sticky notes and place them where you'll see them often: your mirror, your desk, your fridge. Let them silently remind you of who you're becoming. Repeat them during breath work, meditation, or moments of stress. Whispering 38 as you center your goals, or 11 when seeking alignment, trains your mind to focus. Use them to set structure. 3 goals, 5 shifts, 7 steps, 4 actions. Let them guide your rhythm. Pair each number with an intention, not superstition. For example, I say 24 to ground my dreams in real-world action. I repeat 55 to remind myself that courage leads to breakthroughs. Let these numbers become rituals of awareness, soft cues pulling you back to your truth. Because once you live with conscious intention, what once felt like luck starts looking a lot like alignment. If there's one thing I hope you take away from this journey, it's this: your life doesn't change because of luck. It changes because you choose to align with who you were always meant to be. These numbers, they're not shortcuts, they're signposts. Each one points you back to something deeper: your purpose, your discipline, your inner peace. In a world obsessed with speed and noise, this is your quiet rebellion: to live with clarity, to act with intention, to believe that transformation isn't just possible, it's already unfolding. So whether it's 38, 55, or 11 that spoke to you most, don't just think about it. Live it, practice it, embody it. Because once you begin living in alignment, the universe doesn't have to chase you with blessings. They start showing up on their own. Now it's your turn. If this message resonated with you, don't keep it to yourself. Give this video a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. We're just getting started. And leave a comment below. I'm ready to live in alignment. Just by writing it, you're declaring your shift, planting a seed of transformation. Thank you for walking this mindful path with me. Until next time, may you be guided, may you be grounded, and may your life unfold in peace, purpose, and quiet power.